Hey guys, welcome to Lucky Lotus. My name is Brijesh.
I'm Jimmy.
And I'm LD.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. We got an action-packed episode of Roman history, conspiracy theories. Am I the asshole from Reddit? This has been brought to you by We Need a Sponsorship.
We're open orifice, guys. We need it. And also, we're running a contest. So we're trying to get 1,000 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, 1,000 followers on TikTok, 2,000 followers on Instagram. We're going to draw live on this podcast to see who the winner is between all the followers. And we're going to take you to the Bass Pro Shop to have a dinner with you and have you on the podcast. If you can't make it out, that's fine. We can do a Zoom podcast, and we'll ship you a rack of rendezvous ribs paid by Jimmy.
Yep. I think the closest one that we have is TikTok. We're closing in on a certain amount. So we'd really like this contest to be over with, just to be frank with everybody.
So guys, like, share, subscribe, share this episode, follow us on Spotify, follow us on everything.
You can enter this contest 4 times: X, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, I think
Patreon.
This is episode 41.
41 coming at you live. We've been doing this close to a year. Coming up on, we'll have to get a 2 million view update. I believe we passed 2 million views, but we have to double check that.
We'll make sure.
We'll make sure.
And I'm guessing our first topic, we're going to be moving into the sports segment.
So we're going to talk about the sports segment. Thanks for tuning in. So sports, diving in, big week this week. What's your football update?
What you got, BJ?
So I've got nothing about football, but I do have something.
It's the off season, so you shouldn't have anything. Pop quiz,
got
and
that
you
right.
pass.
Got that right.
Good job.
But I do have some updates for you all about men's hockey in the Olympics. So not only men's hockey, but women's hockey. Both of them took home gold.
Your motherland talking about us versus Canada, right?
Well, you know
That's
what?
a Canadian joke if you don't get what I'm saying.
I mean, Canada's New India and New Delhi, basically.
You guys are basically conquering the new world.
It's basically being allowed to. I don't know. Like
You guys have successfully done what Christopher Columbus intended on doing. You're sending back all the maple syrup and wood.
What you told me about Christopher Columbus, I'm happy Indians are nowhere near like this guy.
Well, time out. For the Christopher Columbus, somebody was saying he's not a good guy, is a good guy. What was the opinion of it? Are we on the fence that he was a good guy or not a good guy?
I'm pretty convinced he wasn't a good dude.
Me too.
Someone said,
Pro Columbus.
someone said,
Not Christopher.
wow, this guy's really into revenge porn
These
or like
guys-
murder
these-
porn. And I was like, what the fuck is this comedy? What are you guys talking about?
Christopher Columbus, not a good guy. However,
They just want to keep their holiday. They want to keep that
Yeah,
job.
I mean, I don't want to take that away.
he's the Tony Soprano classic Italian hero.
Yeah.
He's like them and Marconi, the guy that invented the radio.
And you know what's crazy? One of the comments was like, well, he was absolved of all of his crimes. I'm like, by who? The king and the queen?
And like absolving was like, come eat this wafer. And
By the way, didn't he die overseas in one of the colonies? It's just like, I'm not a pro. You're right. I 100% agree the king and queen didn't give a shit about the indigenous people living there. But he must have done something where he was called back.
time out. What did you do to your hand? Do you need like a splint on your hand?
No, I cut it while I was cutting onions. Do you notice the 2 cuts? Now I'm trying to air it out.
It looks like you need a splint or like a Nike glove.
You need to get
go
one of those
over
little
it.
metal things that got at Chipotle.
You know, that wouldn't, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't happen.
I
if
feel
you
like
had
that'd be
on
a good investment.
Next time. I'll think about it.
I mean, nigga, you working there tomorrow. I'll get you one.
Have you thought about maybe wearing some like Nike dry fit gloves so nothing slips like when they catch the football?
I thought about it, but knowing me, okay, so usually when you cut, you're supposed to put your knuckles down. You know, I learned that the hard way the first time. It's my nail off the first time. This time I put my knuckles down. I guess I was going too fast, you know, and then I cut both, like, I don't know if you see it, but I cut both of my knuckles right there with the same knife. It was a great feeling, dude. It was a great
I
feeling.
had one time. I used to work at Lenny's growing up. And you know the little meat slicer?
For those of you unfamiliar, Lenny's is the Subway of Memphis area.
It's a sub shop. So you have the little meat slicer. And I was taking, I don't remember if it was ham or turkey, but as soon as I did, I ran the tip of my pinky on the slicer and it sliced a nice little chunk out.
And you caught it, or it ended up a slice of you and somebody's sandwich?
I mean, what was going to be the sandwich, you know?
Ooh.
But I catch the meat and then dump it on there. So it just,
Got it.
yeah. Which it didn't bleed immediately. It was like, it was such a clean cut. It didn't bleed. I looked at it for a while and then it started to bubble up.
Yeah, that's how it goes. It doesn't look too bad in the beginning, but then at the end, it's like dripping down your arm.
Yeah.
Like you have some severe cut.
And then my manager was like, "Run under some water." I was like, "That's not
a good idea.
exactly what you're not supposed to do.
You're supposed to just keep putting stuff on top of it.
You're supposed to
keep the pressure.
I just stuck my
I
hands
got 3
on.
stitches."
I stuck my hands in some chicken tikka.
Speaking of the pressure, before we get back into new India,
Yeah.
aka Canada,
New India.
what's going on with hockey?
So here, back to New India and back to hockey. Both the men's and the women's teams, they won gold, took home gold against Canada. So that's amazing.
And overtime, both,
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're both really close games.
It was fun to watch. A couple of other like political sides of it.
You
which
watched it?
I watched. The only part I watched was Cash Patel. For some reason, was wearing the gold medal in the locker room.
Which
So you didn't watch any of the game.
He
I don't
loves,
watch it.
he loves the way
celebration.
he loves the way that the South Indians treat the gold.
I could not for the life of me understand what the hell Cash Patel was doing in the locker room with these people.
That neither did Tom Massey. He asked about that today in Congress.
Yeah, like he's fumbled every single investigation since since Epstein. Fumbled every single investigation. Waste $150,000 of American taxpayers' money. And it's just like, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing in the fucking Olympics right now, dude? Like, you're supposed to be back. There's a murderer. There's a serial killer running around America.
Not this week. Next week, we need to get back to our 6 big beers because Cash Patel would have been a great person to give 6 big beers to this week.
Every single week, man. Every single week, he deserves it. But yeah, back to that. Jack Hughes. What happened to him? He's on the cover of every single magazine right now.
Let's do with Bloody Mouth got his teeth knocked
yeah.
out.
Got his teeth knocked. I mean,
But I saw a big smile on him, dude.
I would too. He just won gold.
somebody said that if this happened in the 80s, he'd be on like every Wheaties box right now. Like that's like social media. What's going on? Michael Phelps, he had that milk campaign. It's like what's really Jack Hughes' campaign now. And I don't know if you guys saw how they chose to go celebrate this today or yesterday. They decided to go to 11 in Miami.
Oh, nice.
Which is not a strip club pardon my take. It is a club that just happens to have strippers.
Okay.
But there was a lot of backlash. And then there was a rumor that Pat McAfee covered their entire
It was
tab
like, what was it 15,000 or something like that? 150,000? Something crazy like that?
getting after it at the club. But I have personally been there when they were having a concert there and I wanted to go see somebody. And Scott Disick was in front of me and he couldn't get in. And I was like, well, shit, if Scott can't get in, I'm not getting in.
Did the calculus right there.
Yeah. So you had Jack Hughes, you had a couple other people. You had
There's like some brothers too, weren't there?
the brothers. You had the one guy that got accidentally killed in like a roadside accident bicycling in New Jersey.
When?
His family was there. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. I can
Okay,
look it
okay.
up. But there was a famous hockey athlete that right before this Olympics, and I mean right before, within the time window he'd be training for the Olympics.
Okay.
He got killed in a bicycle accident. A car just like smoked him on the road and killed him in a freak accident.
That so sucks, man.
Did they what's the girl that took the pipe to
Nancy Kerrigan?
Yeah, they Nancy Kerrigan?
No, this was like he got hit by somebody not paying attention in traffic.
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking around. And this was back in the 80s?
No, this was
because this was the last time that US won was in the 80s, correct?
Yeah, the last time they won was in the 80s. So it's been, now that it's getting close.
They got a Disney
almost
movie
50
about it?
years.
Miracle?
Yeah, Miracle.
Speaking of, like, I guess the only two sports I really did like pay attention to outside of hockey, what's it? Eileen Gu is her name?
The figure skater?
Figure skater, who she won gold because she has like the raccoon hair and everything. But whatever.
You think that's why she won the
No,
gold?
no. I think she won. I think she won because she was elite.
Yeah.
She was an elite athlete. But the raccoon hair was.
You said she won because of her raccoon hair.
Yeah, she won, I read the top comment. The top comment was, "Alt Asian kills it at the Olympics." That was the top comment.
Off Asian?
Oh yeah, alt Asian.
Oh, alt
Yeah, little goth Asian.
Their names were Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Gaudreau. It was a pair of brothers that were struck and killed by a vehicle while riding their bikes in New Jersey. They were in town for their sister's wedding, and the driver was intoxicated at the time. The driver was Sean Higgins, 44, charged with aggravated manslaughter, reckless driving, reckless vehicular homicide, and leaving the scene of an accident. So, and then I believe both these guys were playing in the NHL as well.
It's the 2-for-1 that gets me.
Yeah, so they put his kids on the ice, and they got to have a celebration of their father's legacy, which was cool. I knew you were talking about figure skating. I don't know if you all saw, there was a lady last name Gu, and she decided not to compete for the U.S., and she chose to compete to China. And there's rumors about it today that after she won a medal, she actually was getting paid like $15 million by China to compete instead of a U.S. athlete, which she has previously competed as.
Well, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Did you do it for 15 mil? What's
Yeah.
your body?
Yeah.
Money.
US, right? USD.
Yeah, money talks.
I mean, even back to that athlete that plays for China, it's like, dude, at the end of the Olympic athletes don't get paid much at all. They don't get any real sponsorships.
that's true.
They don't get anything outside of a. Even the U.S. government does not actually back up these athletes. It's all private spending that actually trains these athletes. So
Yeah.
what's the?
The real question though is like, is it illegal to pay an athlete in the Olympics? Like, is that a scandal?
There were satanic warships happening in 2024. So
That happens in all of them.
yeah.
I mean, nothing can
All
be
the
more,
openings.
nothing can be more satanic than the French opening for Paris when they did the.
Was that the one with Ball and the babies?
Yeah,
Ball,
they did like the
babies,
Last Supper.
Last
Yeah.
Supper, where Dionysus, the fat dude, was in the middle of like he was being served. But what's crazy is getting deeper into it. Like I don't want to get deeper into it, but the mechanical structure of the bull, or the golden calf, or the actual like nursery of children that were displayed in the Olympic Stadium. And at the end, there was a huge effigy of a baby, right, being wrapped up or something.
It's weird. It's like, who's
Yeah,
coming
but
up with this? What does it have to do with ice skating?
Yeah.
Or
What's going on?
We were talking about, I believe it's Eileen Gu, and they were
Yeah.
talking about JD Vance even weighed in
Gu.
on her and said, we know what status she should have been. And I'm certainly to think that someone who grew up in the United States of America would have benefited from our education system, our freedom, our liberties that makes this country a great place. I would hope they would want to compete for the United States of America.
Well,
But it sounds like she took a paycheck. So can we blame?
And especially our educational system in New Jersey, specifically New Jersey, is so amazing. That,
Right.
Like how.
But like, I think Kyrie played for Australia one time.
Yeah.
Because his dad or mom is Australian.
Yeah.
But like, where do you draw the line? Like, what if Michael Phelps was like, all right, NIL, who's got the most money for the next Olympics? Would you be okay with that? And it's
Well,
like Michael Phelps.
well, let's be
tees up for
honest, like-
Cameroon.
Like, we'll see here in the World Cup, most of the people who play on USA's team, all from different countries.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they're all, some of them don't even speak English. Over here playing for the USA. So, I mean, can we really get mad at her?
No one's gonna care once they win gold. Not gold, sorry. Like once they win.
World Cup?
Yeah.
The Cup of the World.
The world's.
How many World Cups has India won?
I don't know. How many World Cup or how many gold medals has Israel won? You guys want to take a guess?
How many? In what sports?
In all of its entirety. Just take a guess. Numbers. Give
Are
me
you talking about how many medals they got?
all together in their entire history of competing in Israel.
I'm gonna
Competing in the
guess
Olympics.
5.
What about you?
I don't know. I know they got 0 this go around. And then they got in trouble. They tried to
the
fake somebody was
bobsled?
sick on the bobsled team.
What? I didn't hear about this.
Oh,
They tried to move in another competitor for the bobsled team. So they faked like one of the guys was sick,
yeah.
and it was also to get like a different position that they
Oh,
go for the
man.
time.
And then the Israeli
And they got
committee
caught.
came in and they kicked him out, right? The wildest picture of one guy kissing another guy. Dude. It's just
Looks like it's 20.
And
For all
0
time.
and 0 for no
And none
one.
for the Winter
no
Olympics.
Winter Olympics.
You held up a number like 4, which is
Yeah, I thought-
And it sounds like that big 0 is going to trend to
I-
this year as well.
yeah, they got none this year. I don't know where you got your facts from.
it might have been 4 for the Winter Olympics.
No, it says 0.
Facebook-
They said
Facebook
with
much-
none
much
for the
worse.
Facebook
is so much worse.
they said they'd gotten none for the Winter Olympics. They've earned 20 entirely for the Summer Olympics, and they've never had any.
Well, if
for Winter
Claus says so,
Olympics.
20 is still 20.
Yeah, I don't know who to trust, whether you or it's Anthropic's AI.
Trust the AI.
I mean,
because,
Yes, thank you.
it's
This
my-
This is via Yahoo Sports.
yeah.
It's.
It was probably some aunt. It was probably some aunt on Facebook.
I cited Yahoo Sports as my sports. I would hope that would fire me on the spot. I don't know
Wait,
if I
they're
can
not
trust
trustworthy?
Yahoo Sports. Yahoo Sports? No. What are you?
No, I don't know.
I
don't know shit about
I
shit.
forgot they're even a dog on
What,
that.
like, what would you think if I pulled up the sports stat? It was
You know what,
from.
Google
Does it-
did on
does-
their
what
phone.
would?
Does anybody even use Yahoo anymore as a search engine?
I mean, they're owned by Google, so it's like a shell for Google. Look it up on your phone. How many medals for Israel all time at Olympics? Get to the point. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. What were you saying? 20.
20. That's what it just said.
Via Wikipedia and 4 other sources.
Mm-hmm.
Yahoo Sports.
Are you trusting these sources?
I know what he's getting into. Yeah,
It
Wikipedia.
looks like the one guy won at judo. Their most successful sport is judo, which
Well-
probably comes from Krav Maga.
Well, India has more, but then you have a lot more
I
people.
don't care about India right now.
I don't either. America, whatever happened, the USA won the Olympic hockey matches.
Women's
Women's
hockey.
and men's. Hey, listen, you gotta get it. You gotta get it where you get it. Hey, dude.
What do you guys think the number one Olympic sport for India is?
Honestly, I would say either shooting or rowing, which is wild to think. There we go. LD's got the rhythm for it.
Field hockey?
Oh, field hockey.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, we get after we
Oh, okay. Well, they won six. They had a legendary run from 1928 to 1950s. Yeah. I mean, who cares? You
Yeah, I
won
still
it.
got it. All right, well, that's been my sports update.
So I don't know if you guys know this or not. The Olympics, I think this has been everyone's sports update. I think unless you had.
Did I have? Oh yeah. So I don't know if y'all have heard about like in the NBA them talking about tanking.
Mm-hmm.
So to brush you up on it, so in sports, usually the worst team gets the highest draft pick in the next year's draft. But because of that, teams have been tanking at the end. Once they figure out they're not in the playoffs, they're like, screw the season, and they just continue to lose the season so they get a higher draft position.
Is that not illegal or?
Well, they're trying to make it illegal and
Okay.
trying to figure out ways to fix that because people are still paying money to go see their favorite team play and they want to watch them compete, not lose. So there is a guy named Adam Gold. He brought this idea to the MIT Sloan Sports Analysis Conference or something like that. And the idea was that there'd be a point system. After a team is out of like playoff contention, there's a point system, and those points go towards what your draft spot will be. 3 points for a win, 2 points for an overtime win, and then 1 point for an overtime loss. Meaning like they're actually trying to compete, trying to win, and that will place you up higher, like a higher draft pick. And apparently the Women's Hockey League, I guess, DM'd him, adopted that idea to their league. And it's been something that's been trending as far as like fixing the tanking issue.
I mean, when it comes to sports, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to win and you got to set yourself up for the best possibility of winning. So if you can manipulate the rules in any way you can to get the next victory, it's not like a deflate gate with the Patriots, right? Or just
That's
like,
nowhere.
I think
no, but nowhere near. But I'm
I
saying
think
like if you're not cheating,
no.
like
I think you're just word vomiting now. You understand this isn't cheating. They're losing games to get better draft picks. So if you have better draft picks and there's 20 people, statistically the first person you pick should be better than the next 19. So then you're getting a better team for next year's
Yeah, you're
draft.
building.
so technically not cheating, but
It sucks for the fans.
I'll give you another example. There's a big thing in the NFL about hiring black coaches a few years back. They offered a deal to organizations that if you hire a black coach, you get an extra draft pick for your next season. So there was a controversy when it comes to Brian Flores because he was coaching the Miami Dolphins and he was accusing them of that's why they hired him. Once they got the draft picks, then they fired him because he wasn't doing bad. Like he had a top 10 defense back when he was coaching up there. Still was a great defensive coach. But then they brought in Mike McDaniels. Like once they started like kind of building up and ramping up there.
so
That's another.
let's not call it cheating, but it's unsportsmanlike, right?
It's a terrible experience for the fans. And then the owners don't get punished for it. So you could just keep saying you're tanking, have a shitty team, and then go for it all in 1 year. And then do that every 6 years. Like have like 1 year where you go for it and you say, oh, yeah,
We want to
trade-
rebuild now.
we're going to trade all the good players and do that.
Okay.
We're going to tank next season, rebuild. You could say the Titans probably did something like that, but I just think they were trash.
A good example is like if you don't tank and you keep trying, but your team's not getting any better, the worst place you can be is 15th out of 30th. And in
Okay.
now the way they solve this in Europe is they do relegation. So if you're the bottom 5 teams, you're out of the league, and the top 5 teams of like the baby league move into the big league.
I learned that from
way.
Ted Lasso.
So what's the over under on us actually implementing a system like that if it's effective?
I have no clue.
As of right now, probably 0.
Yeah.
Because like none of the North American owners want to do that for relegation because it would be too risky and they'd stand to lose a ton of money and they'd actually have to it wouldn't become like a this is really cool to have. I'm a billionaire. I should buy a sports team. It would become a thing they'd actually have to be invested in. And the whole reason you buy one is like because it's cool to have one.
And what you said about the athletes, not the athletes, the actual viewer, it's gotta suck, dude.
Right.
Like you're there at the game and how much time do you have in a day to even go watch a game and you're there in person, or even like watching on TV?
It's been one of the issues with the NBA too, and the people sitting out the load management for the players. I know I've heard some older players speak out against it. It's like, look, man, this is your job.
So imagine you're a New York Jets fan, and I know you can't understand this because you don't know a lot about football at this time, but you're learning.
Yeah.
So like if you're a New York Jets fan, they really went for it and got Aaron Rodgers, and they were going to do this. Aaron Rodgers blows his Achilles. So they have a shitty year. They're going to try another year with Aaron Rodgers. Doesn't work out. Now they're just in a tankathon to get a good pick until they can become better. That's how the Giants became better. They drafted players after they really tanked.
Jets also traded some players to the Cowboys and got some big first rounders next 2 years.
From everything I've heard, like y'all giving me solutions of like what could be a good idea to like fix this. And at the end of the day, it's about your viewership and how much like you guys want to be in.
Well, it's really what he was saying earlier about the owners. Like it's not a good investment for them if they were to do something along these lines.
See, the NFL solves it by if you're the worst team, then you get the first pick. So then they encourage tanking in that system. And the NBA tanking got so bad that they moved to a lottery system. So you don't even get the first pick if you're the worst team. You just get put in like a big, like, let's pull your envelope out and see if it's you. And you get like a certain percentage.
You get the more you get more balls in there, the worse you are, I'm pretty sure.
And we can get into that next week. And that's what your goal for next week should be, is you should research all the NBA draft conspiracies, because there's conspiracies with it being a lottery and how they could have rigged the lottery.
I love conspiracies.
Yeah.
I do love a good
We're
conspiracy.
aware.
I swear I know you are too. What's surprising is our feed is that's the surprising thing.
Your feet?
Yeah.
Our feed.
Oh, I thought you
Our
said
feet probably are the same
I
color.
thought you guys are aware that the next Olympics are going to be in 2028 in LA.
Word.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
If Gavin Newsom's gonna clean up LA.
I bet
he
probably
won't
won't.
be there. He might be president at that time.
He
But,
probably will.
but the guy
I wonder if we'll have the railroad system by then.
I think the guy who's the sheriff,
100 more years.
either
Come
the
on,
sheriff
calm
for LA or the sheriff for LA County, where LA is, the guy was like, we're not ready for the Olympics. We need so much help. And it's like a huge investment. Like the cities have to go billions of dollars in debt to do the Olympics.
And what are the structures called after the Olympics are done? White elephants, right? The ones that are never used again.
I don't know.
From the
I've never heard that.
Olympic swimming pools, the Olympic soccer stadiums and shit like that.
You know what really sucks? I really got into the Olympics in like 2008 when I was a kid, and all that stuff where they were like, Usain Bolt's going to break the record in the bird cage and like Michael Phelps' pool. All that stuff's gone. Like China like destroyed it like right after the Olympics.
Really?
Same thing with the Brazilian Olympics. Half those stadiums are just vacant in the middle of the jungle.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, what do you do with them? Like, if you don't have any other idea for it. They're
Man,
great for
affordable housing.
right next to the pool.
If anyone says, what do we do with this? You got to say affordable housing. I've never heard this. White elephant is a term used for costly structures that are expensive to maintain, but have little practical use
New
after
York
the
Times.
Olympics.
Yeah, because I know the Athens one, they threw a shitstorm because of the baseball stadium. Like, what the hell are we going to do with a baseball stadium? In Italy?
It says that LA is actually the perfect choice because they already have existing structures that have uses such as
SoFi Stadium and
Rose
Rose
Bowl,
Bowl.
Crypto.
Crypto.com arena.
Hey, if you do want to go to the Olympics in LA, you need to book your tickets now. I also wanted to say, if you do want to go to the Olympics in LA, keep in mind that usually they do certain things at the beginning and at the end, and they're swapping them. So I believe the first half of the Olympics is track and field, and the back half is like team sports and swimming and basketball because it's in the U.S. So
I mean, retention matters.
keep that in mind for 3 years from now, 2 years from now, less than a year from now.
I'll definitely remember.
No, I'll definitely remember.
Yes, absolutely. Gavin
Yeah.
Newsom. Newsom's in some deep shit if we want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Moving into current.
Do you want to give the quote or should I give the first quote?
You can give
What?
the
I
quote.
thought, I mean,
Hey,
I felt
I-
like he really related to me.
Yeah, I'm just like you. I'm at a 960 on my SAT. I have dyslexia. I can't read either. We're just alike, you and I.
Have you
Vote
seen?
for me. I'm running for president.
Have you seen all the memes that have been out there? Gavin Newsom's like,
I've seen a bunch of people defending him.
I'm just like you. I smoke a wine wood tip as well. Like, it's gotten pretty bad. I can't believe you said that. There's been a lot of heat on him and whatnot for it.
What do you make of that? Like when
As a African American,
African American, But
I don't care.
Dude, I know, but
He's a
it's still, like,
biracial angel like
Yeah,
Derek
I don't-
Jeter.
that-
Mr. Biracial Angel.
That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I don't
Which,
care.
I mean, you're a grown ass adult. You got taxes to pay, but it's just like you see what he's doing. You see, like, he's trying
To be
code-
honest, I
code
wouldn't
switch.
have heard it if it weren't for that quote. I wouldn't have listened to it or cared.
Okay, maybe that's okay, but why do you double down and say, I can't read just like you because I have dyslexia? what are you talking
It's
about?
like, look, guys, I can't swim either.
I did
I'm
see,
just like you. Mhm.
he was talking about I needed to tutor her because her SAT score was so low. But like, could you imagine someone was like, you know who we should reach out to? Jeffrey Epstein. It's just nuts.
He'd be a great tutor.
Dude, Jeffrey Epstein,
Everybody
got
goes
his,
to him for advice.
he got his girlfriend into a dentist school with no recommendations whatsoever. So, you know, Jeffrey Epstein might be the plug. He is a fixer,
Yeah,
especially for the Rothschild. But another thing, I don't want to go too much on a tangent. All these Ivy League schools with alumni and what is it? If you're an alumni, your student, like your kid gets in. Like all that shit's bullshit, dude. Harvard, Yale, Columbia, like what's the point? I believe merit is supposed to get you into these schools, not because of your bloodline. But then again, kind of just shows you what these schools are looking for,
Dude,
and what they're
Brijesh-
selecting for.
Brijesh on his
looking for
high
some
horse.
new members of the Skull and Bones.
I got a Ritz cracker right here for you if you want.
I don't know how true this was, and I know we're going to talk about conspiracies later, but I was reading that Prescott Bush, the father of George H.W. Bush and the grandfather of George W. Bush, stole Geronimo's skull for ceremonies for the Skull and Bones Society. So Geronimo, the famous Native American who led resistance against the U.S. soldiers when they were taking over the West and their indigenous lands and whatnot.
What a
I just thought that
badass
was
name.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's
that's wild.
Geronimo.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure his family was taken to court too, right? And they were like forced to return the skull. But like, it just goes to show, like, the elites don't care. Dude.
That was the last sports.
I've
What do you want to transition into?
Do you want to talk about Anthony Edwards?
So apparently, according to Anthony Edwards, Memphis has some of the worst hotels.
I saw this clip.
Like, tell us about it, which I concur.
First of all, you got to tell Brijesh who Anthony Edwards is.
Anthony Edwards is probably my favorite basketball player right now. He is MJ reincarnated. He plays for the
Excellent.
Minnesota Timberwolves. He just did a what is it, Sunday Conversations with Caleb Presley. And I don't remember the question that brought it up, but he brought up how nasty the Memphis hotels were.
He said, when you get to a hotel, do you ever think that thousands of people have been inside that hotel room?
He's like, no, until I go to Memphis. And you know who confirmed that was Draymond Green.
God,
He doubled down on that.
did he give us a name of a hotel?
Do you know what you want to know what my conspiracy about it is though?
No, I do. I said, oh, just
You ready? So I think they're nasty because they're owned by the Patels.
Not
That's
the
an
one-
Indian joke.
Not the ones downtown.
I'm just kidding.
No, but I wish the ones
No, no.
downtown were owned. Those, you know who those are owned by. The ones downtown are not.
Conglomerates. All right.
I'm just kidding. Actually, I have some friends that are Patels, so
We're just
Probably shouldn't
sorry,
say
God. But no, you and I both know those hotels downtown next to Grizzly, like FedEx Forum and everything. I can tell you the Sheraton off to the side is the most disgusting hotel. Like, I've delivered food there before. Absolutely disgusting.
that's the one that the city just bought.
Yeah, and they're renovating it. Okay, time out. Finish the Anthony Edwards thing, and then we'll talk about the hotel. That will be my turn.
Well, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Well,
Moving into your current event.
Yeah.
hold on.
Anthony
LD
Edwards was nasty. That's it.
LD is leaving out that Anthony Edwards is just like, doesn't care what he says, doesn't care anything. He also is famous for the take the pill and send me a video of you taking it. So you can look that up. You could probably figure that out.
Yeah, you can work for it.
Oh, the hotel downtown. So we're talking about the state of the hotels. Anthony Edwards is right. We have some shitty hotels in Memphis. To combat this, we should build more hotels. Like they were going to build the Grand Hyatt behind the Hyatt Centric that they built and whatnot. And they chose not to do that. So now they've chosen, instead of giving less money to Hyatt and letting them build the Hyatt Centric, they're going to renovate a Marriott hotel downtown that's called the Sheraton. And they're going to change it to like the Riverline Hotel. And what I can tell you is they're going to spend more money renovating this hotel in Memphis. That's a smaller structure than a hotel they just built in Nashville. That's double the size of this hotel and was done in half the time. And they're not going to be done with it in double the time that the Nashville hotel took. And I think it's some big thing where Paul Young, and I can't figure it out and I can't prove it, but it just seems like whatever the developers want to do is what Paul Young wants to do in Memphis.
Would that be a stretch to assume? I don't think so. Paul Young has no policy so far that I can even remember. I don't think he's done anything for Memphis besides be a puppet. And we need great politicians.
A famous politician that I was talking to about this told me that, I think Paul Young has his head too far in the lion's mouth and he can't get it out now. He ran as the young candidate for change in Memphis, and it seems like he's doing a lot of stuff that's good for some people in Memphis, but not good for everybody in Memphis. And now he can't pull his head out. And whatever you think about the National Guard, whatever you think about XAI, whatever you think about this, if you had to bet when Paul Young got elected, what side of the issues he'd be on these, you would have picked the opposite side he's on right now.
I mean, dude, he's a career politician.
He's been in office one time, Virginia.
No, but what did he
sound like it's Nancy
No,
Pelosi?
but
He's made millions trading.
But has he not gotten super rich?
You're pulling this shit out of the bag.
I have no idea.
You're saying stuff that like applies generally to the situation. Like you don't know who Paul Young is.
You're right. Paul Young, I apologize. You've done great for Memphis. I cannot wait to vote for you again.
I'm not saying you have to say that, but I'm saying
I bow my head.
Paul Young, career politician. He puts pork in all his bills. No, why do people electing him? Like
nasty pork.
All right.
Well, we love you. Paul Young, friend of the pod, right?
He can come on and we can talk about it.
We'd love to
I
have you
will
on, Paul
extend the
Young.
invitation to Paul Young to come on this podcast and we can talk about it. I'm keeping an open mind. I'm just mentioning, and I'll say this again, the side of the issue you thought Paul Young would be on these issues is the opposite side. And I feel like a lot of people in Memphis are pissed off at him.
And we all agree we're only softball questions. We're only going to make him look great. It's going to be just a great interview altogether if he comes on. We'd love to have you on.
I'm going to ask him about the Sheraton. So I'm not going to say they're going to be softball questions. I'm just going to ask him, explain to me how this costs.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, we're trying to bait him on here. Dude.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, well, dude, that's a hell of an update. That's a really big update.
Yeah, so this is what's going to happen. Paul Young's going to come on this podcast, and Brijesh is going to be like, what did you think about them torturing and waterboarding Abuza Beta? What do you think about all the corruption you're allowing in the city, Paul?
Are you opening up another Abu Ghraib?
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing to get the prisoners out of Guantanamo?
In Orange. Dude, now listen, we love you, Paul Young.
Lower taxes on restaurants.
No more food inspections, please.
Don't check my feet.
Okay, I guess we're moving on to my current event. Again, we're going global here. Not too global, but have you all been keeping up what's going on in Mexico?
I read that hotels were cheap there right now. I don't know.
Like $12.
They literally are like $14 on Marriott.com.
Yeah. You guys want to plan a trip real quick? Just go to
that would be kind of sick.
It would be kind of sick.
If I had like security and like an extraction plan. That's the issue. You'd be running like Black Hawk Down to get out of
Yeah.
You know how I was in Cancun in February, like beginning of February, right? And I guess America decided El Mencho had to be put out. So they threw in a hit squad, go assassinate him. And then about 4 or 5 hours later, all of Mexico erupted in gang violence. Because no matter what you say, it is a country run by cartels. I'm not judging them for it. Even the Mexican military came out. This is an unwinnable war because the Americans have been supplying all the weaponry to these cartels. Like, we're just trying to stop it.
All the Americans.
Well, he's going to say hyperbolic things. I'm just reporting the facts as he said it. But regardless, if they have great weaponry, they have a great FBI or detective system or whatever, they find out who's coming after us. They're going to come get you, your family, skin them alive in order from youngest to oldest. These are horrific demons. So I just don't understand what the point of going after El Mencho was when he knew this type of destabilization could have happened. Because again, we're lucky we were only there. Cancun was amazing. We spent 5 days there. We were on a resort. Planet Hollywood.
Cancun was great.
Yeah. Planet Hollywood. They really took care of me and my family. But I'm just thinking, can you imagine I'm getting my next quesadilla or I'm at my buffet? Cartel. Fucking resort. As I'm stuffing my face.
That would really suck. That's a serious session.
Should I finish my meal or run to my room? What should I do? But yeah, that's the update, man. It's just slowly but surely the whole world is descending into chaos very quickly.
The issue, right, is the Mexican president is between Donald Trump and wanting to come in and clean everything up with ultra violence and between trying to work some agreement out with the cartel so it's somewhat civil.
I think the over-under, they're probably going to deploy military, but I think the best solution would have been a diplomatic solution where you go in and talk to the cartels. Because the thing is, We've been in trench warfares like this in Vietnam with the Vietnam War and everything else, right?
Against the North Vietnamese.
North Vietnamese. But let's be 100% honest. Do you think the U.S. soldiers cared? Do you think they actually took their time to kind of figure out who's from where? We lost our war in Afghanistan. We lost a war in Iraq. We started another war in Mexico, right? And it's just like, okay, you were talking about as illegal citizens. What's to say they don't turn tail or start destroying America too? We have not sleeper agents or anything like that, but it's just this is a type of warfare that we're not ready for. And this is probably going to be the first time when we might actually see war at our borders.
On our soul.
Brijesh,
Yeah.
I feel like, they might be ready for it. They just toppled an entire country in Venezuela.
Yeah, but
You're okay. So I just want to go back and
This
say
is nowhere close to Vietnam.
You said we should do a diplomatic solution. We shouldn't blow everything up. Duh.
100% we should.
Okay, well, just and then as you're saying this take, you're slowly going like this towards my lips. And I just
Listen, I'm just
Did
trying
you
to
see that? Did you see that? Rewind it. If you guys didn't see that, rewind 45 seconds and notice how his lips just keep going closer to
This
my
is
lips.
how it went. This is how Jimmy, I'm telling you something.
No, he was like you did this and they just keep encroaching in my space.
Because I'm getting more serious about it, that's what I'm. But whatever it is, it's dude, how many Iran? What's the over under? When are we going to go to war with them? What do you think? Poly market. What poly market say?
I don't know.
Poly market's at 50%.
Yeah, March 1st.
I saw a very funny tweet that was I'm old enough to remember when they first told me that we needed to bomb Iran, and that was no more than 6 months ago. Because if we don't bomb them, they will get nuclear weapons. They've been saying that for 20 years.
Dude, even the government's come out and said, we are not building nuclear weapons. We promise. Send in your people to investigate. Please let them come in. It's just kind of makes you think, are we being puppeted along to something else?
Okay, Brijesh.
We'll save that for elite ball knowledge.
Yes. Okay.
That's the name of the segment.
Elite ball knowledge.
Yeah. BALL, not BAAO.
We'll have to make a that will be our conspiracy name.
Yeah.
I like that. Elite ball knowledge.
Dude, I'm so happy. I thought this is the first time I'm bringing it up. I definitely thought you would have shot that down.
I liked it. Do you not like that?
I don't mind it.
We need to get graphic next week. We're gonna have graphics for all our segments on this episode.
There we go.
You like that?
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
What do we got? We got you guys doing My Roman Empire this week?
Well, I had a story that I wanted to bring up.
My bad.
That I found out. This isn't really a current event, but it's something that I learned. It's a new St. Louis slang term. It's called bouncing that ass.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Bouncing that
So
ass.
in the sentence, it would be, I'm bouncing my ass through your hood. So
Just means
apparently bouncing your ass in St. Louis means doing wrong in your hood. You are doing something you're not supposed to do.
Negative.
And
it has a negative connotation.
And we have learned this from the rapper. His name's Heavy G. And this guy claims that he bounces ass harder than anybody else.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
Heavy G is the king of bouncing ass.
Could Heavy G just be younger and he doesn't realize the sexual connotation of bouncing that ass?
I'm not sure if he does or not, but he was pretty determined in the interview that I saw that he bounces the most ass.
So I'll tell you this. The entire statement you just said is going to make a great clip.
I mean, he the one said it. That's to them, they got a song about bouncing ass. It ain't about shaking ass in the club.
I want to be very clear to what Brijesh said. I'd have to agree. What Brijesh said was that bouncing that ass is sus.
It's pretty sus.
And I can't believe he'd say that about Heavy G, and that's how the clip will be edited.
And that is
bouncing that ass.
That is a literal quote from him, is that he is the king of bouncing that ass.
He said, I'm the king of bouncing that ass, like I'm the ass bounce king. You can't make that up. And then when it comes to bouncing ass, don't nobody bounce their ass harder than me. Not even a stripper. Okay, so he knows.
He does know. He does know.
So
what level of psyop has gotten
why don't you read that bottom one? He claims.
Let me just read a whole comment before I actually read it. He claims he created a whole lingo phrase that's big in St. Louis culture. But can you imagine me reading a paragraph in class? You know when they call you out? Dude, I love reading out loud. It's my favorite fucking thing to do.
Heavy G, king of bouncing that ass. I'm so glad you discovered this.
Do you think Gavin Newsom?
Huh?
Do you think Gavin Newsom bounces that ass for California?
No.
Not even a little.
You
What
know,
would be the opposite
I mean-
of bouncing that ass? Dragging
Dragging
that ass?
I don't know. So, I
Is that a
mean,
good thing?
it's for doing something you're not supposed to do. So most politicians, bounce their ass.
He's bouncing that ass.
They're bouncing that ass.
Gavin Newsom's definitely bouncing that.
Yeah, but what would you call the opposite of bouncing ass?
Let's see. I'm still bouncing your ass.
Just give me one. I guess it would be not. So what's the opposite of bouncing? Would be staying in one spot and
Yeah.
not moving.
Stiffening
Yeah,
your
so-
ass up or something.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
you're not basing a heavy
I'm not
G.
gonna lie. I was like trying to write these notes down. I'm just reading it. I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious.
I don't know. If Heavy G did not come up with this terminology. You and I both had was Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy was definitely the one who came up with all these terminologies. But
No
Bounce
way.
that ass.
no, I'm kidding, dude. Drake.
Oh,
Drake.
I'm about to say.
Mouth.
I was bouncing that ass way before Heavy G.
Have you guys seen a picture of this guy?
Yeah, he's a kind of a bigger light skinned guy.
Light
Me
skin
too.
Technically,
Me
we're
and
all
Heavy
light skin.
G,
Actually,
but-
I'm the darkest on our panel right now.
That is true.
All right,
That's
he
not him.
looks.
That's not
oh,
him, but the video above him
Oh.
is a song about bouncing that ass in the
This one?
in the context
Oh, that's rock.
of what they're talking about.
Okay, Grok, why do we even pay you? Is it to the left? Is that guy to the left? Heavy G?
No.
He looks heavy.
I wonder if Nelly's gonna talk about bouncing that ass now.
Sure.
Bounce that ass.
Oh, yeah, I can see Heavy G now.
Damn,
Makes sense.
Brijesh, he kind of looks like you. About your speed.
I mean, he looks like Heavy D.
That's a good one, too. I like that.
You don't know who Heavy D is, do you?
No,
Brijesh?
but I got the
Yeah,
heavy.
that's
I
a
got the-
that's a rapper back in the early
got the-
'90s, and he's light skinned, bigger guy.
Nothing to do with that, Brijesh.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave Blunts.
Is that his name?
God bless Dave Blunts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like there was a concert where he got off his couch and everybody was like cheering for him.
Because he's on a respirator and everything,
He
too.
wants to crowd surf. That's what he said his goal was. Yeah, Dave Blunts.
Pick that one with his fan, his super fan.
This one?
Right next to it.
This one?
Yeah.
Can we post that picture?
I don't know. What's it from? We'd have to get David Blunt's 500 pounds visit.
There's no way
How
they're
does
500
Dave Blunt's
pounds.
not have a deal with Lovesack?
Good Lord.
That's beautiful. Is it asking us to pay to watch the purple stuff?
Dude, look, he's just sitting there.
Dude, that's an oxygen mask.
For those of you wondering what we're doing, if you just cut into the pod right here or skipped ahead, we are just admiring a picture of David Blunt.
And we'll let you admire it too right here.
And we'll put it right here.
He's a beautiful man.
I love you, David Blunt.
Thank you for giving me a new vocabulary. I
Yeah.
can't wait to use that at Indian Palace.
Yeah, I'm sure. How does it translate? in
You ready to
Hindi?
bounce
Can
that ass in Indian Palace?
Can you-
Yeah, bounce that
Can you
ass.
translate that into Hindi for us?
Bounce.
I hated the way you just did that.
Jetra?
No.
No.
Jump.
I don't know. You tell me. I guess I'm gonna have to ask Anthropic since you can't answer
Ask
this.
Anthropic. Oh, dude. Like, jump. How to say bounce that ass. In Punjabi.
Punjabi.
Yeah, and then ask it. Don't run it with letters like Hindi. Make it in English. Phonetically. Oh, dude. I didn't even tell you this. You're already on top of it.
I knew what you meant. You meant sound it out.
Abna mutahila?
Surely that's got to be inside the Kama Sutra at some point.
Yeah, I'm
100%.
sure.
Now you're gonna want to start bouncing that ass.
Can you imagine your 4 Vedas, your 4 holy books, one of them's only dedicated to sex moves? Apna mutta hila. Okay, that's what we're going to say from now.
All right. I think that's gonna be our current event segment.
Okay, friends. Sweet.
Do you guys have a Roman Empire?
I have one. Mine's a little simple, a little short, keeping it sweet.
I have
So,
one.
You want to start off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Napoleon was having a hunting party at his castle, right? He wanted all his generals to show up and have a bunch of bunnies run into the forest, and they can all go out hunting together. Well, it turns out these weren't wild bunnies; these were all domesticated bunnies. So as soon as they came out the cage, they ran up on Napoleon and the generals. They were running all around him and like just basically being cute and fluffy and whatever. And he had to retreat back into his castle. So this is the first time ever Napoleon's ever had to retreat from battle.
So you got bombarded by bunnies?
Yeah, some buns. Some
So you got
we'll see.
he got
Bunny.
overpowered by them, or
He
just
got overpowered by him, dude. Too cute, too fluffy.
I told that fact no less than 13 episodes.
Did you really?
You fucking.
No, I'm kidding. I didn't. But
Oh my god!
I just want.
I asked Grok this
Doesn't
time.
that sound like something?
This sounds
I
like.
believed it.
I gave like
I
6 or
believed
7
it
other
too. I
Napoleon
believed it
facts.
too. I'm like, I asked Grok, right? And I was like, okay, of course, because this guy uses Grok heavy, and of course, Grok would give me a little recycled fucking history fact.
Grok heavy?
We don't use Grok heavy. Grok heavy is like the $200 a month.
Jesus.
Whatever it is.
Can that some bitch read your mind?
Or
$200 a month?
Grok
It's not worth
Extreme or
it.
something like that.
Claude probably would be worth that much now.
Yeah.
Everything else is ass now.
All right. Well,
that was
a
we need
great
sponsorship.
that was
Claude, sponsor us.
a great fact, Brijesh.
Thank you. I thought I stole it for a second.
All right, so this is my Roman Empire. So this is a shorter one, but this is in 2007. There was a guy named Werner Herzog, and this has kind of gone viral on TikTok right now. It's talking about the penguin. I don't know if you guys have seen this, where the penguin just walks into the mountains.
I'm not gonna lie. When you first said the penguin, I thought you were talking Batman.
Do you know what I'm talking
You
about?
said
The
Bill.
penguin walking into the mountains?
Uh-uh.
So there's this documentary of this. They're watching, basically it's the March of the Penguins documentary, right? They're trying to make this, but all of a sudden a penguin takes off and he's away from the herd, away from the water, and he's headed just into the mountains. And there's nothing out there but people and things that will kill him out there.
Oh, okay.
And so they stop it and they're like asking like the biologists, like, hey, do we go over and like turn him around? And they're like, oh no, he's going to kill himself in the mountains. But anyway, he was just thinking about it, and it's just the guy had just had so much. He had just had enough, and he's just walking aimlessly into the mountains. It's like on TikTok, this is really popular right now with the penguin meme, where it's basically inspired, like even Donald Trump did, like him and the penguin walking to go take over Greenland and all this stuff that's going on for TikTok, where it's like just getting out of my job at like 5 o'clock on Friday, and it's like walking off. So it's become like the #1 meme on TikTok for like February. We're about to end February, but it was very popular for 2026. And the saddest part is they're like, what if we like turn him around and they say nothing and he's got to go back and whatnot. So that's from Werner Herzog's documentary. So you've got to ask yourself, like, you know, he decided it's done, and then they just filmed it walking away until it just disappears. And it's a very weird part of the documentary. This is from 2007, but it just became popular right now. So I have this debate with Brijesh all the time where we talk about stuff we say right now that may not be popular, but it may get popular in 2000. You know, whatever.
27.
That's 20.
Why
That's
didn't Herzog try to talk to him?
Right before
trying to talk him off the ledge.
right before the topics.
They even asked.
Just give
and
it a hug.
They said the penguin was gone. He's made his choice. And honestly, some days, he says, some days I understand the penguin more than I'd like to admit.
If you saw like a little baby kangaroo or something, like a baby about to be eaten, are you gonna intervene or let the animal?
Well,
eat?
this is different. This is an adult animal.
But we're still. I'm saying, would you intervene? At what point?
Yes, I would if there was a baby animal. This wasn't a baby. I finished
No. I'm saying still as an adult. Like,
Are you? For some reason, I feel like you're a million miles away from the conversation.
No. I'm still
You
ready.
gathered that it was an adult.
No,
right?
it's an adult. No, but I'm asking intervention, even if it's an adult.
I just answered if it was a baby. Yes.
Yes.
If it's not a baby, no. What is your next question to this?
You're okay with it just killing yourself?
It's just going to turn around. He even said that.
Yeah, you bring it back and it's gonna leave whenever you leave.
I'm taking it. What if you're gonna die anyways? Come back to Memphis.
You're interrupting the natural selection.
It's one fucking penguin, dude. One.
We could say the same about you letting it go
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
It's just one fucking
Do
penguin.
you not think it would have more fun in St. Louis? We would have a lot more fun. I would give it reason to live.
So mine, take you back to the 80s, around 1982, there was a pathologist by the name of, I think his name is Malvin Weinsberg, and he purchased this shipping container that he had in his backyard, right? And he had it there forever. And this guy, like, he ran a bunch of labs out there in like Santa Monica. And then one day he missed a few payments. They picked up the shipping container, and what they saw inside is wild. Y'all want to take a guess?
Bodies.
No.
Bodies, baby bodies.
Oh my God.
This is in California.
Ooh.
This is in 1982. There's a news story about it. Y'all can look it up. This is no conspiracy. 17,000 dead babies
Dude.
in the shipping container. Yeah, they took it to a junkyard and opened it, and they found a bunch of mangled babies.
So many questions.
I'm not going to be able to answer any of them. I'm just going to let you know that right now. That's all I know about the story. You can look it up on here.
What up? Give me some more details, because it says, yes, this is a verified event. Here's the straight truth. Fetus disposal scandal. They said it was 16,000 aborted fetuses. That seems like a lot. And they were stored in formaldehyde.
Isn't there a rule against doing this? Like, especially at abortion clinics, aren't you supposed to dispose of the body?
Yeah, it's saying that he didn't dispose of them properly, and he just tried to get rid of them in a shipping container is what it looks like, right?
A shipping container in his backyard.
Doesn't sound like he's trying to get rid of them.
President Reagan called it a national tragedy. No criminal charges were ever filed. That's crazy.
Now that's wild.
We're going to have to look at this guy a little bit more.
The fetuses were finally buried in 1985 at the Oddfellow Cemetery in Boiling Heights.
So 3 years later.
Yeah. And then it's generally disturbing and 100% a fact. And it's the trending TikTok topic right now. # open containers. Open the containers.
Oh my God, no charges is the crazy part.
Yeah, we're going to figure out something.
Yeah.
Melvin Weisberg. Well, there he is.
Okay. That's horrific, man. And that's hell of a fact, though. But it's fucking horrific.
Yeah, like if you would have told me that at a bar, I would say no way.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Or like before AI. I'm glad we could fact check in real time.
Here's a full breakdown. He didn't technically break the law.
Okay, so it says that he didn't break the law and that the fetuses were cremated or buried within a reasonable time, but he had stored them properly in formaldehyde, so the violation was not disposing of. He went bankrupt because of this. The fraud case also says that there was massive political and legal battle between pro-life groups who wanted their remains buried in a religious ceremony and pro-choice groups who argued that this was unconstitutional. Wow. Talk about the height of like the abortion debate.
Yeah, dude, that's scary and hellish. Very hellish. Do you think, but it doesn't go on anymore. Things like this don't happen anymore. So it's good. It just happened in 1985.
I mean, there might be
Probably
stuff
not in your
like this.
backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I doubt we do things like this anymore.
This would be like the #1 story for 2 months.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, this stuff's been going on since the 80s.
Isn't it wild that they're about to drop information on UFOs and UAPs before anybody goes to jail for the Epstein files?
Hey, Werner von Braun said that when they drop the aliens and say we're going to have an invasion, that'll be the last card the government can ever play. He said that's when you know it's truly over. As in saying like it's some big hoax and the government's going to try and do it to facilitate some other change.
Okay, we're going to look this up. I don't know the details. This is not my conspiracy.
Man, maybe let's look it up and then we'll read about it.
Okay.
Or do you know about it and you want to talk about it and then fact check?
Let's fact check.
Okay, that was neither of the two options.
I
feel like you're not listening, man.
Okay.
I feel like you're not.
So you can fact check me as we're going on. This was
Choice number 1, choice number 3. How about
I'm going to blend them.
I'm jumping off the cliff, actually.
Okay.
I'm not going
Go
back.
ahead. What is your conspiracy theory? Let's hear
So
it.
there's another one that's just as crazy, but this one's, I don't know if you listen to Y-Files on YouTube. There's apparently a protocol where you're supposed to, over every major country, have a hologram of your deity or like whatever major deity is in that region. I think Project Bluebeam is what it's called.
Project Bluebeam?
I think, it's Project Bluebeam.
You want to talk about Project Bluebeam? I believe I did in Ancient Aliens.
Yes.
Where did you talk about the what is it?
It was Ancient Aliens too.
Ancient Aliens.
The
too.
holograms where you're supposed to be prepping the society for like major war, like whatever it is. It's a hologram in the air, like in the sky, where you can't tell if it's a real like deity or not. Causes mass panic, causes whatever. Like, of course, in like America, if you saw a picture of Christ, or like India saw a picture of Vishnu, it's just like what a crazy goddamn time we live in, dude. I wish I never brought up that UFO thing, because I think you might be right. It might be the last real straw they have to pull, unless you say Bigfoot's real.
Okay, this all seems very speculative, Brijesh. You know, it's like somebody from 1991 that claims this happened. Conspiracy originally published by a Canadian journalist named Serge Monast.
Serge.
And I'm going to tell you right now, we have a great relationship with Canada, so I don't know if I really trust this.
Yeah, you know what? It's a lie. I would love for this to be wrong, to be 110,000% truthful with you. I have nothing invested.
I've heard about the Project Bluebeam conspiracy.
Then you must know about Stargate too and everything else.
Okay.
Stargate's not a conspiracy.
It's not.
It asked us its credibility rating, and it gave us a 12% out of 100, Brijesh.
Take it. I'll take it.
So I don't know who else you want to. Well, let's.
No, I'll take. I have no reason for it to be 100% true. I don't need it to be 100% true, dude. I'd rather be false.
Yeah, He went Project Bluebeam and Stargate, both topics that I talked about in
Yeah,
Asian
well,
Aliens 2.
Stargate's
You
such
listen
a-
nothing.
Time
It's
out.
Stargate.
He gave
It's
Alex
Stargate.
Jones a higher rating. That guy.
Okay. Who is the leader of Stargate? If we're gonna go band for band, who?
I don't even know about Stargate. I don't know. what you
Stargate's
guys
the
are
remote viewing.
talking- Okay.
Hal Puthoff, the director of Project Stargate. Who else was it? Hal Puthoff. Apparently, he was a remote viewer. This isn't Hal Puthoff. Greg, the only genuine more interesting to rate before Puthoff is.
Oh, it's at 47%. So there might be something to this Hal Puthoff claim.
But it's not here or there. The conspiracy theory I have for y'all is gonna blow your socks off. I mean, this is
That's not your conspiracy
no,
theory.
no. Mine. So we talked about when you talked about a couple episodes back.
We can't do like 6 conspiracy theories just.
Now,
So right now we're looking at Bill Clinton's illegitimate kid, mixed kid from Arkansas, back when he was governor.
Danny Williams is this kid's name.
And looking at him, he the pappy.
You don't get that joke because you've never seen that movie, Bruce.
no, I haven't.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it has Martin Lawrence. It also has Eddie Murphy in it.
Oh, does it have Bernie Mac in it too?
It does.
Yes.
I've seen the clip. I think you're talking about. Who's the pappy? I'm the pappy, sir.
Yeah.
No, I'm the pappy.
Ah, the pappy.
That's it. Bernie
Yep.
Mac comes in, everyone starts
It's
laughing.
called Life.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Very funny. Are you actually going to watch it?
Yeah, why not? If you guys are,
Actually, a very sad movie.
I mean, those are best movies too.
Life.
But if you guys recommend it,
Life.
watch it.
What do we think the guess would be?
47%.
We'll find out. I mean, how many illegitimate kids could each of the presidents have? Like, that's just crazy.
This one says 0.
Did it?
It's bought off. Grok.
Oh,
0
it
to
said-
1 at
It says
best.
guess would be 0 to 1. That's fun speculation. I don't know. He just looks so much like him. Am I wrong?
I mean, I definitely see the resemblance. But
And I don't think. Why would your mom for your whole life tell you that lie? Like you don't like your daddy's. Like,
possibly schizophrenic.
yeah, I'm good.
I've met some schizophrenic people that are like, I'm with George Bush, and
I guess there's one way to check your ancestry.
It only says that it's a
Yeah,
0% chance because they haven't done any DNA testing. They can't get Bill Clinton to go to.
they
a
can't get
DNA
Bill
test.
Clinton to go to a doggone hearing either.
Now he'll do it just in public. That's what everyone's saying, right?
Yeah, because
Days
technically it's
away.
a contempt of Congress, right?
Yes, that's right.
2 days away, baby. 2
All
days
right.
away.
So Bill Clinton may have an illegitimate son, and that is pretty wild from his time in Arkansas.
Dude, Arkansas back then was wild.
All right, we're going to move into a new segment that we have, which is Am I the Asshole, where we go to Reddit and we get to the Am I the Asshole AITA thread, and we read a fact and some stories that people put. So like last week, the story that we read was, should I have to pay for someone who came to my wedding but then used it as their own honeymoon? That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
This week, I will let LD read this one.
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay my share of the Airbnb after my friend offered to let me stay for free when I said I couldn't afford it?
Story as old as time for any bachelorette or bachelor party.
Yeah, don't y'all hate that when they're like, come on to this, like I got this booth, come to this booth, and then afterwards they'll Venmo you.
Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
need like $500, man. All right,
They'll Venmo you
You're
the
not
next
wrong.
morning.
you got the rest of this, big dog.
Okay, so there was this big event in the city, which is a decent distance away, about 1.5 hours by train, and 8 of us were planning to go. Now, one guy, Dan, suggested that we book an Airbnb and split the cost 8 ways, which is basically cost about $70 each. I've honestly been bad at saving my money, and I'm trying to make an effort to spend less. So I told everyone up front, you guys, you want to do the Airbnb, go for it. I'll just take the train home after the event. Now, after the event ended, I started saying goodbye to everyone and tell them I'm headed to the train station. Suddenly, everyone starts trying to convince me to stay at the Airbnb. I firmly say no because I'm trying to save money, the little $70
Mm-hmm.
and that I'm going home. Then Dan specifically tells me we've already ordered it anyways. Just stay for free since we're going to pay regardless. So I already see where this is probably going to go. Then I straight told him I'm not paying for anything. Oh, no. A couple days later, Dan messaged me asking about where's my $70 for the night. I was pretty confused because I reminded him he literally said I could stay for free, and that's why I stayed, which is hearsay at this point.
We don't want to go back. He also said that he was so pissed about this that he ended up sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag and made a blanket out of pillows and
So he
sheets
didn't even
and
get a
stuff.
bed.
Yeah, he
Okay,
didn't
I
get a
missed that.
bed. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
So-
just an important part of this story.
Yeah, that is pretty important. I missed that part.
I'm going to scroll down to the next one. There we go.
Okay. And then I just told him straight up, I'm not paying for anything. I would have taken the train home if I knew I had to pay. And he knew that because I said multiple times before the trip, he's now calling me cheap. User saying that I'm taking advantage of him and that if I was a good friend, I'd pay up because it's only fair. I feel like he made the offer and he didn't mean it. He shouldn't have said anything. And also, I slept on the floor. So the Airbnb obviously wasn't meant to include me anyway. I'm not trying to scam anyone. I generally plan to go home by train and only stay because he offered it for free. He's now acting like I'm the asshole. So is he the asshole?
One thing in the beginning of the story. So the price was already, I guess, to be $70 for each person, right?
Yeah, $70 for 8 ways.
I'm thinking of what you said.
It's $560. I think y'all don't need to be traveling if y'all can't cover that. All of y'all, like if you're splitting, if you have to split 8 ways, $560 for an Airbnb, and you're hassling. First of all, if you're hassling your friend about $70, and then what's the added for the 8 people? And if there's not 8 and you're not going to split it, you're all adding like what, $10 to $12, $15 a piece?
Yeah.
Like none of y'all can cover that. And
Which everybody else has already paid their 70 each. So
Right.
now it's like he's not out any money.
yeah, this is big. The guy that's like, don't worry, I'll take care of the bill.
Yeah,
And
to
then
be honest,
Venmo's you.
yeah, the guy is the scammer. The guy who
Yeah.
got him to stay at the Airbnb is the scammer at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's got his money from the other guys that are staying for $70 each. If it's 8 beds and all the 8 beds are filled and now he's sleeping on the floor.
If we're just going off what he's saying, he said you can stay the night for
Well, this is
free.
according to him.
Yeah, so there's 2 sides to every story.
Let's go through the top couple comments and see what pop. Scroll down. Oh, first comment was what
Yeah.
LD said. You better screenshot the messages and send it to the group.
So
All
he
right.
notes that he's requesting money from you. That way, the rest of the group's like, well, we all paid 7. So you're just you're making $70 at this point.
Yep. And
You
then
know?
the second comment is what LD said, which is Dan's just trying to get you to pay his share.
Yeah.
Damn, LD, you're on top of it. All right, we're going to read one more. It says, honestly, it sounds like Dan put you in an awkward situation by insisting you'd stay for free, but then expected payment later. If you were really meant to, he should have never brought up the $70. Afterward, it's frustrating when people do that. You were upfront about your plan, so you're not the asshole.
Yeah.
I would have to agree, not the asshole.
He is not the asshole.
All right, now here's the question I'll ask you, which I think is an interesting concept. At what point, at what dollar value would he be the asshole? Would there ever be a dollar value where it would be like, if you stay, you're just assuming? And let's change that and say he got a bed. He
Okay.
gets a bed. He is going to stay. He doesn't have to take the train home. And let's say it's one night of it. You know, what is the amount? Because that's the other thing. This is like one night, so it's $560. So I guess
Well,
that's
here's
not
the
that
thing too. Like if he's begging him to stay and he's telling you that he'd leave, let the motherfucker leave.
bad. Okay.
Let him
Yeah.
go. If you're expecting to get paid, like don't ask someone to stay and then request the money. Don't Venmo somebody afterwards, and then try to act like they're the bad guy.
How would this be dealt with in the Indian community?
They would just keep borrowing until it got down to $1.
Like, honestly, it's like
Fuck you. No, fuck you.
If you're having a party, it's your responsibility to pay for everybody. Like that's the traditional. Like you don't have like this is considered cheap. Like what are you guys doing?
I would
Like-
hope so.
No, I mean it's still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but it's like in that culture, it's
$70 isn't that much.
it's like when you combine it all together. It's like in Indian culture, it's all about flexing. How can you flex? I would definitely split with everybody. Let's do splitting.
Have you ever
Like splitting.
have you ever thought about just really hassling someone over $70?
No, I hate hassling. I really hate hassling. It's just like I don't like being put in positions like that. I don't like.
That's 4 buffets.
Dude, that is 4 buffets. No, that's 5 buffets actually.
5 buffets.
Yeah. Come on now. $15.95.
Indian Palace is a buffet
Yeah, buffet,
During the
a la
day.
carte.
during the day. Okay.
Yeah.
At night, they really get you. They bring out the high dollar.
Oh yeah.
It's just because we don't get the same foot traffic.
What kind of music y'all playing there?
Indian, classical.
music?
So we've decided will not be the asshole. So if you've got a good "Am I the asshole?" You got a good topic for us. We still need a shitting yourself story for the new segment. Am I shitting you, or are we shitting you? What is it?
Yeah.
Is
Are
he
you
shitting
me?
Are you shitting me, or is he shitting
Is you
me?
is you shitting me?
Are you shitting me?
Are you shitting me? Yes, that would make sense why that's called the segment.
Well, yeah, those were hell of segments.
All right. This has been the episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Y'all have a great night.
Have a good evening.
We love you. Bye.